Coming up on today's Disney Roundup, where Disney World Park's capacity is currently capped at, the chances of Remy's Ratatouille adventure opening soon, and what's the future of watching new Disney movies. I have all that and more for you coming up right here on the DRU. Hey everyone, Jeff here, and welcome to the Disney Roundup, where I bring you up to date with all the latest Disney and Disney Parks news each and every single week. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. Starting off with company news this week, as we know, Disney has had a lot of success with their streaming platforms that include ESPN+, Hulu, and also just Disney Plus within its first year. They now look to be more focused on their direct-to-consumer entertainment. The new structure design is to further accelerate the company's direct-to-consumer strategy in light of the rapid success of Disney Plus. In a recent interview with CNBC, Disney CEO Bob Chapek said they want to transition to become a direct-to-consumer priority company. That being because he says the company's expectations have been exceeded every month with their streaming platforms. Of course, safe to assume part of this being from the pandemic closures and more people streaming from their homes. Now, over the past year, we've seen new films being added to Disney Plus and earlier than expected, like with Onward, Frozen 2, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, Mulan, and now Soul. So you may wonder how this will affect movie theaters when things get back to normal. Here's what Chapek had to say about that.
But this is even more than reactionary. This is really progressive. This is looking out with a vision towards where we see the world going and how we see that consumers are interacting with Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu, and where it's going to go in the future in our international business with Star. So we're trying to, as they say, skate to where the puck is going to be.
Now, with that being said, I actually think he's right. I think direct-to-consumer is the future, with Disney able to reach different audiences through Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus as well. I think this is a good direction for them because that is indeed where the world is headed. And I don't think this necessarily eliminates Disney films from going to theaters. As Chapek says, in the future, it'll be your decision, and also says this.
Yeah, so as you know, we've benefited from a tremendous relationship with theatrical exhibition for many, many, many years. As dynamics change in the marketplace, though, we want to make sure that we're giving consumers who want to go to theaters to experience everything that a theatrical release can give them. We want to make sure that we continue to give them that option. But at the same time, there's a lot of consumers that want to experience a movie in the safety, comfort, and convenience of their own home for whatever reasons they do. So we want to make sure that, again, that we put the consumer first, and the consumer is going to be making the decision in terms of how they consume our media, as opposed to some arbitrary decision that we may make from a distribution standpoint. So we want to look at ourselves as consumer enablers.
Chapek also mentions that more information on their direct-to-consumer strategies moving forward will be held at this year's Investor Day. The Walt Disney Company will be having a virtual Investor Day this year on Thursday, December 10th. So after this announcement, I am more anxious to hear what is said on Investor Day this year, but make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned, and I will keep you up to date with all the latest that's said on Investor Day this year. Now, after having its release pushed back multiple times, we now have an official release date for Disney and Pixar's upcoming film Soul. The film, which was originally set to hit theaters this past summer, is now completely skipping the box office and coming straight to Disney Plus December 25th. CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Chapek, made the announcement saying, "We are thrilled to share Pixar's spectacular and moving Soul with audiences direct to Disney Plus in December. A new original Pixar film is always a special occasion, and this truly heartwarming and humorous story about human connection and finding one's place in the world will be a treat for families to enjoy together this holiday season." Now, unlike the release of the live-action Mulan remake, you will not need to unlock Premier Access to watch Soul, as it will be available for all Disney Plus subscribers on December 25th. Now for parks news. Originally scheduled to debut this year, the grand opening of a new Epcot attraction may be held off until 2021. According to a rumor from WDW News Today, they believe Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, the new attraction coming to the France Pavilion expansion, will not debut this year. The work they followed being done in recent has been on the attraction's exterior, as members of the interior team of the attraction have not returned, leading to the belief of the attraction is still incomplete. Now, back during the third quarter conference call, CFO Christine McCarthy announced current priority projects for Disney parks to be Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, Avengers Campus, and Disneyland's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. With that being said, I think it's safe to assume the attraction won't be opening this year, but in 2021 and closer to Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. The final day of NBA players staying at Walt Disney World has officially came to an end, as they have now crowned a champion for their season. The Los Angeles Lakers won the 2019-2020 NBA championship Sunday night at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex. To add a little magic to the moment, Disney lit Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom in Lakers purple and gold team colors. The 2019-2020 NBA Finals concluded with the Los Angeles Lakers defeating the Miami Heat. With that being said as well, Disney has also adjusted the reopening date of Coronado Springs Resort to now open on October 16th. Now, for a quick update in regards to Disney World Park Hours have now been posted through Christmas week. Hours posted from December 20th to December 26th continue to be Magic Kingdom from 9 to 7, Epcot from 12 to 8, Hollywood Studios from 10 to 7, and Animal Kingdom from 9 to 5. As we've seen from this month of October, park hours have also been extended on select weekends in December. Nothing has been posted yet, but as the parks seem to be increasing capacity, and with it being busier around the holiday season, I would expect park hours to extend for the entire week and possibly the week after. As Disney World continues to operate under COVID-19 safety protocols, new signs have emerged in the parks as a reminder to guests who choose to not correctly wear their masks. As seen in all 4 Disney World parks, new signs state that guests not properly wearing masks will be asked to leave. The sign includes a picture that shows masks should be covering above the nose and beneath the chin. With the battle continuing between Disney and the state of California, Governor Gavin Newsom has now said he's in no hurry to announce theme park reopening dates or guidelines. Due to the backlash from California theme parks asking Newsom to hold off in announcing reopening guidelines, Disneyland still remains without a reopening date. And per Newsom, he says we feel there's no hurry to put out guidelines. As mentioned last week, Bob Iger was said to quit the governor's recovery task force team, and Newsom did admit it was because of the reopening guidelines. Now, Newsom was also to say that the reopening theme parks is unsafe, and Disney did not think too kindly of that, as Disney Chief Medical Officer Pam Himmel responded stating the following: "We absolutely reject the suggestion that reopening Disneyland Resort is incompatible with a health-first approach." Pam also states that all of our other theme parks in the United States and other countries have been able to open on the strength of our proven ability to operate with responsible health and safety protocols. Newsom has since then sent out his own team of health officials to reopen theme parks to, quote, "have a better sense of what's going on." Nothing has been said yet on his team's report of visiting Disney World, but subscribe and stay tuned, and I'll keep you up to date on all the latest going on with the Disneyland reopening. Now, in a recent interview with CNBC, Disney CEO Bob Chapek noted where the Disney World park's capacity is currently capped at. Chapek states that the park capacity for Walt Disney World parks still remains at 25%, and says that won't change until new guidelines have been announced by the CDC. Now, I personally can't speak if I think this is true or not, as I haven't visited these parks this year, but from watching other creators' videos or live streams in the parks, it's hard to believe this is the case. As in recent, we've seen Disney extend weekend hours due to attendance, but even during the weeks, attendance has picked up as well, as high wait times and standby lines have begun to reach great distances across the parks and even across into different lands. Now, for a while, I was considering going this year, but with the attendance and wait times now combined with you getting 2/3 to 3/4 of the experience and still paying the same price, it no longer really makes it worth it for me. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Alright everyone, well, that's all I have for you for this week's episode of the Disney Roundup. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. And that's all I have for you for this week, and until next time, we'll see you on the DRU.